Hello everyone and welcome back to another Top Heroes video. Today we are going to be going over some tips and tricks for Season 1 as your new servers begin to unlock this feature. There are some changes since my last Season 1 video, so let's go ahead and dive right into it. So as Season 1 begins, there are all kinds of changes under the shadow of the world tree. The map's going to reset, you'll have to work your way back through the Ruin Wars, you'll have King of the Barrens pop up, a Dune Devourer invasion, tree planting begins, and then you'll have periodic sandstorms. All of these are going to be new changes that you're not prepared for. So let's go ahead and dive into tip number 1, how to handle the King of Barrens. So if we take a look at the actual diagram here for the King of Barrens, it is going to be a new world boss that can pop up, and you have the ability to rally and defeat this new world boss. You can do this 3 times, but there's something important that many of you may not know, and that's going to be that these King of Barrens are quite powerful. And not only are they quite powerful, but if you do fail to defeat the King of Barrens, he's going to come back to your castle and attack you. This can result in days and days of hospital repairs with your soldiers. So it's important to understand that tip number 1, only attack the King of Barrens that you know you can defeat. The level 1 King of Barrens has a power of 6 million, and you should be able to rally and defeat this quite well. The level 2 King of Barrens, well, it doubles in power, and it can have 12 million power. This is going to be more difficult to defeat. You may need the help of some of your whales, so make sure that you're being cautious. And then you have the level 3 King of Barrens at a power of 18 million. You do not want to begin by attacking this level 3 King of Barrens. Make sure you notify your guild, because if you have auto rallies set, you can have guild members that are attacking level 3 King of Barrens, and they can absolutely destroy all of your soldiers. So tip number 1, be wise when attacking King of the Barrens. Tip number 2 is going to involve the entire server. As you get into Season 1, the map's going to reset. You're going to have to, again, fight over the world tree and decide who's going to be the king of your server. The best thing that you can do, since you have ample time, is to make sure that the top guilds are all aligned. Are you able to set specific areas where you're able to all go in nice and evenly through the level 1, level 2, level 4 ruins? Make a plan with your server and understand that you should be able to all get level 4 ruins. And then the king, of course, will have some level 5 ruins. That way they can capture the world tree. And then the remaining guilds can still capture level 5 ruins around the actual world tree. If you are wanting to have the best possible route, you're going to want to take the right side, this right upper quadrant, and work your way in this way. This is going to give you some good perks, like increased damage in world map battles if you're focused on PvP. Reduced damage in those battles is going to be important. You can decrease soldier losses. And then you still have the option to go a little bit north to this level 3 ruin and hold some construction speed boosts as well. The third tip is going to be on the importance of greenification or tree planting. This is unlocked once you've taken a ruin, and you can teleport to one of these ruins, and you'll have 10 attempts each day to greenify, which is going to be using your scouting cues to go out and apply green around the ruin that you've captured. There are a number of purposes for doing this. You'll unlock rewards as an individual and as a guild, and this is going to provide you with some nice perks, such as some exclusive gear shards, some relic scrolls, a lot of season items. So you'll be getting your Season 1 store tokens, the pure spring waters. You can unlock some of the skins as well, some ruin chests, and then at the very end you will get a decoration tree of vitality. This is going to give you an HP increase and a march size bonus. Besides just the guild milestones that you get for completing this, you also are going to have the potential to unlock additional rewards if you land on a tile that has something underneath of it. You can have withered trees. To revive these withered trees, you'll be sending small amounts of water from multiple teams. You can find buried treasure. There are bosses that pop up that will give you rewards as well. And if you are extremely lucky, then once you've reached a certain level, you get Desert Statue, which will increase your daily greenification limit. So make sure that every single day you are sending out those scouts to do your 10 greenifications. That way you're able to get those rewards. Water supply is going to be very similar to my first Season 1 video. However, it is still important to understand you need to be increasing that water supply. So how are we doing that? Well, the first and easiest way is simply going to be leveling up your Spring of Nature. This is going to provide you the biggest increases of your water limit, which is going to increase by 0.5% for each level. In order to do that, you have to have these ancient tree branches. These branches are going to be coming from the adventure in Season 1, which I have yet to start on my free-to-play account, but this is going to be important to go through the adventure as far as you can. You will be bottlenecked in this, however, based on your water level. You're also able to get these tree branches by completing things in the sandstorm and by helping defeat the Dune Devourer. So during the sandstorm, if you use your water flasks 3 times, you're able to get 3 of these ancient tree branches, and you're able to send water supplies to allies to also get 3. So let's go ahead and send a water supply. So if I just pick somebody in my guild, I can go ahead and hit deliver water. It's going to boost them by 5%. And this is also a good way to help survive against the sandstorm when it is going to hit. Other ways to increase your water levels are to make sure you're actually inside the Guild Sacred Spring. So as you can see, there's a blue line that goes all the way around here. And unfortunately, I did not teleport in time because this is my free-to-play account and I just don't get on it very often. But I could. Let's go ahead and just do that actually. So we can relocate here into this area, and you can see that my water is going up now because we have ourselves inside the radius of the Guild Spring. The final way to increase water is simply going to be using these water flasks. Each water flask is going to increase your water supply by 5%, and this will allow you to survive the desert storms that come in and is going to allow you to push through and deal some more damage to the Dune Devourer. Every single day you should be using 3 water flasks and sending 3 water deliveries to your allies. That way you're able to get all of the ancient tree branches that you need. Ideally, you'd want to wait until the sandstorm is going to hit because it gives you the level that you need to be at to survive the sandstorm. One final note on water is that you want to make sure you are increasing it as much as you can by leveling up your Spring of Nature and your Guild Spring, because the further you move into the center, the higher the water supply is required to be. And if you are below that, you will begin to take increased damage and deal less damage with your heroes. Tip number 5 is going to be the new feature with our towers. So at this point, you should have at least one faction tower for the faction you're focused on, whether that be Nature, League, or Horde. This new feature allows you to pick between 2 different options. Focused is going to be giving you higher percent of HP for one random hero, or Balanced, that's going to be giving you a lower percentage of HP for more heroes in your lineup. This is going to be personal preference. You can change this whenever you choose. However, I like to go with a more balanced approach because you'll be getting 80% increase of HP since you're doing 20% for 4 heroes versus just 40% for one random hero. And the issue with this is that if it's a random hero that doesn't necessarily need HP, it's not going to benefit you. But you can have 4 heroes at 20% HP that could be much more beneficial for your lineup, as it's going to be hitting definitely some of your tanks and some of your support characters. Tip number 6 is going to be on the research. So if we go into our research cottage, you can see that there are still plenty of options for us to be upgrading. At Season 1, you unlock something called an Expert Research Queue, and that's going to be Season 1 Shadow of the World Tree. This is where you're going to want to begin focusing your research levels for the foreseeable future, because it's going to be giving you increased buffs to your soldiers. You'll be getting rally increases. You'll be getting extra rewards for guild races. And on top of that, it's going to provide you with increased research speed very early on, which is going to be super beneficial for all of the other queues once you decide to go back and level them up. You'll want to work your way down the research queue all the way down until you're eventually able to finish it, because you're going to be getting extra reward tiers at the very end for KVK and for Nations League. Pets are going to play a very important role in your new lineup with the start of Season 1. If you haven't already, I do have a in-depth pet guide already released. But for a quick recap, pets are going to increase your power, increasing the ability of your marches to perform better. You have all kinds of pets, and the rare pets are going to be the ones that you want to upgrade. If you are maining League, you're going to want to focus on Eggy. If you're maining Horde, you can focus on Flicker Kit or Tiggy. If you are maining Nature, then you will want to focus on Katini. The reason being is because these pets are going to provide you with the increased faction-specific hero. So if we go and look at Cubbly, if you're promoting, you can see all hero attack. This is going to be good for all queues, but if you're focusing on a specific faction, you're going to want to actually add to your queue the one that's going to increase the faction-specific hero attack and hero HP. In order to get these pets, you'll be getting eggs, and these eggs are going to be coming primarily from the ability to send out your bounties with this wild pet hunt. So we will be sending out some of these wild pets to attack and hopefully with a % chance bring back good pet eggs. Majority of those are going to be green, and then some are going to be blue. If you're in your guild, you do have the option, looks like we don't have any, but you are able to share with your team the location of the egg that you are trying to bring back to your castle, and they can speed that up for you. So make sure that everyone is helping each other and speeding up the process of pulling eggs back to their respected castles. Tip number 8 is understanding your current guild's ranking in your new grouping. So you're going to be grouped into 4 servers, 561, 62, 63, and 64 in our case. And you can see your guild's ranking on the list here in what is called the Guild Sacred Spring ranking. This is what's going to be important to give you the maximum rewards. You want to get number 1 because you'll be getting a lot of exclusive gear shards, a lot of dragon essence, a large amount of the kingdom emblems, which are used for your season rewards, along with all these other rewards that are going to be very beneficial for your entire guild. So how are we going to be increasing that number? Well, you're going to want to try and get as many of the golden roots as you can. Golden roots can be attained 3 ways: through the season arena, by attacking or defending season carriages, and most importantly, by attacking ruins. So you will be getting golden roots by attacking these ruins, which is going to be the best way to get all of the golden roots that you need. You're then able to pick your season renovations of your Sacred Spring, so you can get Arms Race, Training Soldier Speed, Healing Speed, PvE March Speed, and then you can get your water limit increases. So you would just want to be donating these into this area. That way you're boosting the attributes that you can get for your guild and for your guild ranking. Tip number 9 and 10 are going to go hand in hand. Whenever you click the new Shadow of the World Tree feature, you're able to go in and see on the far bottom right goals. You're going to have weekly quests and seasonal quests. These are going to increase in number as you do them, so make sure that you check this every single day and that you're completing them until you get to the part that says collected. At that point, it's going to be giving you milestone points, which is going to be very important for getting new decorations, getting those tree branches. You can get some exclusive gear and a lot of other resources. As you work your way down, you'll be getting more and more Pure Spring water tokens, which you will then be using in the store. And that brings us to tip number 10. What should you buy in the Season 1 shop? The most important things to get are going to be the decorations, including Tree of Vitality, Tree of Power, and Tree of Wisdom. I would prioritize these first. Get one of each until you have each of them unlocked. And then I would focus on the Tree of Power to get the soldier attack increase buffed a little bit higher. Then you can get Tree of Vitality or Tree of Wisdom as they're giving you the same buffs. Once you've maxed these out, you will then want to work your way down to getting the Dragon Essence. You are going to need so much Dragon Essence that it's important to start gathering it now. You may not be using it yet, but if you check out my Brilliance level videos, you will need thousands and tens of thousands of Dragon Essence, and it is a very rare resource. You also have the ability to get some legendary universal hero shards. I would not prioritize this too much as you do get a bunch, but make sure you get the one that's 40% off before you work your way over to the one that is going to be 40% more expensive. Would I get the Tree of Hope skin? I would not. It's only going to be valid for 30 days because it is a limited castle skin. At the end of the season, you do have the ability to get a permanent one whenever the new season, Season 2, starts with the Kingdom Emblem tokens, if you so choose. However, this skin is not going to be super important as the owned attributes are just giving you 20% soldier HP and only 15 March size. In the season store, you will want to focus on, again, Dragon Essence or Universal Gear Shards because you will be needing plenty of these to level up that exclusive gear. And that is going to be it on today's video for the top 10 tips and tricks for the start of Season 1. Make sure you give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. There have been some changes since my last Season 1 video, so make sure you give this video a good watch through and understand what's important and what's going to be coming in Season 1. Thank you for your support, and I will see you all in the next one.